Hi everyone, I'm Ajay Bam, CEO and co-founder of Vyrill. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the hot topic of bias in data. So there's fundamentally three questions that I ask when I think of bias. First, is the algorithm really biased? Second, is the data that we're seeing, the output, is it truly reflecting bias in the data? And then the third question I ask is how to leverage and how to action that data when you know this, when you have this information. So to address the first point, bias in algorithms, at Vyrill we're constantly monitoring the output of our algorithms. We just don't rely on purely the algorithm to say something. We also have humans who will actually review the output of our algorithms and make sure that algorithms are not biased. And so we do this constantly every month to monitor algorithms and address the issues, if any, in our programming. Second, when it comes to discovering that there's actually real bias in the data that we have captured. So, for example, I'll give you an example. In the past, many times it's been discovered that many video commercials were always featuring a particular ethnicity, age, or demographic inside the video. Well, unless we measure it, how would we know that all the ads from a particular brand always featured a particular age, ethnicity, or gender? So it's, in my opinion, it's very important to measure if there's true bias in the data that we're capturing, and if so, we can perhaps use that information more positively. So that brings me to the third question, which is how to really leverage and use this information. So in my opinion, if we can measure bias, then we can fix bias as well. And what I mean by that is perhaps by understanding that the data was truly biased in a particular way, the brand can change that by making their content more inclusive and fix the problem around their commercials or their data bias. So always there's positive and negative side to everything. In my opinion, if we use the bias information towards more positive outcomes and making our surroundings, our programming, our content more inclusive in a number of different ways, that could actually have a much more positive impact than simply thinking about how a particular demographic is being targeted with something. So many ways of looking at it, but I hope we can use the bias information for in more positive way to make content more inclusive. Thank you.